Here.
Council Hanlon.
Here.
Council Capone.
Yep.
And I have Council Sonny. We have 4 members present. We do have a quorum.
We do have a quorum. Please stand and salute the flag.
All right, the first piece of business is order offered by Council Anthony DePiro's president that the petition for a mechanical license from T&T Auto Repair at 39 Cottage Street. This petition was before us at the last.
Yes, Councilor Capone, I believe, requested for the petitioner to be
Yeah.
here so we can meet him. Is that correct?
Exactly. Is the petitioner here?
I don't see anybody here.
They were notified, right?
Were they notified?
Yeah, maybe we could lay this on the table until city clerk is available.
So the motion is to lay it on the table until the city clerk is here. I do have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We've laid item number 1 on the table.
Right. Item number 2, this is a resolution offered by Council Peter Napolitano that a representative from Community Development and the Mayor's Office appear to provide an update for developing the property of 95 to 97 Summer Street.
According, there's a pending legal issue in regards to this matter, so the recommendation would be to refer it to the council and have the sponsor refer it out to executive session.
I'll make a motion.
Why don't we, the two people are here, why don't we have them at least come up and say that? The mayor's representative and our councilor Napolitano.
Sure, so the
I'll
motion
second the motion.
to invite, who would you like to invite up? The Councilor Napolitano and the Mayor's Chief of Staff? All in favor? All opposed? The ayes have it. If you could please come up.
Peter Napolitano, Counselor at Large.
Kevin O'Donnell, Chief of Staff, and Mayor DiMaria.
Thank you. Just to have them explain a little bit more what you just said, from what you were saying, we're not to get any information tonight, but I would like to know if everybody's in agreement with this.
Okay, if the Chief of Staff could please just give us a little explanation without jeopardizing the legal matter.
Well, yeah, so we just think it's best, while there are still some pending legal issues that are being handled between the receiver and the attorneys with respect to that property, it'd be best any discussion, further discussions until the conclusion of those matters would be held in executive session.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Napolitano, do you have anything to add to that?
Not really. I've been talking to residents in the neighborhood for about over a month now. I promised them they would bring the question up to find out exactly what the status was. At this point, there's another side to this. So at this point, there really isn't anything that can be discussed until we're able to adjourn to executive session at our regular meeting, at our next regular meeting. So I concur. I think this would be the best way to go. Refer it back to the city council with a recommendation to go into executive session so we can get the details. But I also would hope that once this is taken care of, before any action is done, that there should be some feedback from the neighbors who are going to be living with that, whatever goes in there.
Okay, thank you, Councilor. Any other questions?
No,
Anybody
make a
have any
motion to
questions?
Excuse them with the customary thanks.
Excuse with the customary thanks. And the motion?
Motion that Fred made, did you make the motion?
Refer to the city council and go into executive
second.
session.
So we're going to refer this to the city council with the recommendation to
Get referred to executive session.
refer to executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
It would have to be referred to our next
And
meeting.
invite their attorney.
And we'd have to invite the, obviously, they will do that at the next meeting. They'll invite the attorney and whoever needs to be invited. The sponsor will do that. Okay? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. I just saw the city clerk here, and,
Actually, I think he's making a
oh, okay.
You want to take a
So
5-minute
we
recess?
could take a 5-minute recess. Do I have a second?
Second?
Yeah.
All in
We're
favor?
Waiting for the guy to come up?
The ayes have it. 5-minute recess. Okay, this Committee on Community Business Development would start. Councilors, will please take their seat.
All right.
Reconvene. So,
I move to take item 1 from the table.
all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. If clerk, please read item number 1.
Yes, this is a petition for a mechanical license for T&T Auto Repair at 39 Garden.
Council Capone?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Could we have city clerk and, we'll start with our city clerk, and then we'll have the petitioners come up.
Okay, can we,
Second.
all in, have the city clerk come up, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the ayes have it.
Through you to, well, allow me to introduce.
Yes,
myself
sorry.
first.
Sergio Canelio, City Clerk for the City of Everett.
And through you, Madam Chairman, to our city clerk, just to remind everyone, we had this on before, it was held over. If you could just review the
Yeah.
points, I think there was a lease in place, there was already
Correct.
a changeover. So if you
Yep,
just-
yep. So this is pretty cut and dry. The current landlord, who's the owner of the property and the business owner at the moment, is Michael Vigorito. He has relinquished the license. At the moment, you grant it to the new owner. I have a letter stating that. He's already wrote that. He has personally hand-delivered also the lease, so that I know that they are transferring ownership of the business only to the gentleman, the two gentlemen here, Tiago and Tiago. They're going to be the owners. All paperwork was completely in order, sign-offs from all departments, taxes are in order, though that wouldn't really affect them as much because they're the tenant, not the landlord. Everything was all signed off, ready to go. They are in there operating, just so you know, even though they don't fully have the full approval from you, but there's already a license, and he's just working kind of under Michael's right now, so I hope that was okay, but I felt that it was all right, so I just went ahead with them.
Thank you for the update. I don't have any other questions of our city clerk. I don't know if any
If
other colleagues.
nobody has a question, I only have one question from the chair. Councilor Hanlon?
Okay, I just want to, through you, Mr. Chairman, to our city clerk. There were restrictions on Michael's license also, wasn't there?
There's always restrictions, the clerk
We'll carry on.
of committees has the paperwork in front of them, but everything gets granted as it was. I never change it unless you change it.
Okay.
So, just so you know, any licensee, if the time is from 8 to 6, I give them the same time unless you say something different, or if they request something different, I'll say, oh, you know, they're asking for longer hours, or so on and so forth. I let you know if anything is going to be amended, because you have to approve it. I don't have that authority.
I think it's on there, but that's a pretty big lot, you know, and I think we had requested that all vehicles remain in the lot.
In the
That's
property,
there, right?
correct. They, just so you know, that property is, I believe it's two-sided. There are times where, you know, it's a repair shop, so, you know, they move in and out, even though it's a large property on the inside. You know, we give them some leeway, but they know no work is to be done outside their property. You know, parking it on the street for a little while, as long as it's got plates and bumpers, you know, the city's always pretty easy going to try to help to work with the business owners. It's mainly that they're not going to do work, and I've discussed it with them, but
Good.
you know, you can definitely do that again.
Very
It's
good.
your authority.
Thank you.
Okay, the question I
Yes.
have is, you do have the lease from the landlord?
I have the
Everything
lease.
is here?
And a letter stating that Mr. Vigorito has relinquished a license
Okay.
well, relinquished his license, you know, it's non-transferable, but we did it in a way where he would still be able to operate until the time that the new, you know, I word it that way, and it's been working out pretty well.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes, absolutely.
So, any other questions, or would you like to
I'm going
invite
to
the
sit over here just
petitioner
in
up?
case.
If we could please invite the petitioner up?
That's the three of you.
We can excuse the clerk with the customary thanks?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mike's around.
The ayes have it.
Just introduce yourself, and if they can't speak, you can speak on their behalf.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Yep. My name is Isabella Lorenco. I live at 14 Church Avenue, Apartment 3, Woburn, Massachusetts. I'm going to be speaking for my two partners.
Are you going to be translating for the petitioners?
That is correct.
Okay, could you please give us their name and address?
His name is Tiago Alpino. He lives at 162 Sheridan Avenue, Medford, Massachusetts, 02155. His name is Tiago Freitas. He lives at 62 Dudley Street, Medford, Massachusetts.
Okay, thank you. Councilor Capone?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Through you to our invited guests. We know, we've heard from our city clerk, we know that the license will shift over without issue. There's a lease in place. Just interested to know if the gentlemen have any background in running a repair shop.
They do.
Okay, and what's the history of, how long have they been doing it, where have they been located, that kind of stuff?
Tiago Alpino, he used to work at European Auto Body. I'm sure you may know
Yep.
that.
Mhm.
He worked there for about 2 years, except just past experience. He's worked, both of them from Brazil have more than 10 years.
Okay, so they've been in the industry for over 10 years.
That is correct. He used to be the partner at Top Cars in Somerville. So he used to be, and they decided to split, and now they are the partners for the new shop.
Okay. Any issues that we should know about with regards to the past operation of businesses? Any problems with the municipalities that they were operating in?
No, they have a clear history. He just decided to join him because they're both really good friends.
Okay, and as one of my colleagues had mentioned, there are restrictions, they're aware of the restrictions?
They are.
Okay, great. I don't have any other questions, thank you.
Any other questions? Counselor Hanlon?
Just one, are you both full and equal partners?
That is correct.
Right, okay, thank you.
I have a question from the chair. I welcome them to our city, and hopefully they can follow the rules and the regulations. We just want to make a point that, and this is not in a mean way, that if they can't, if we have any complaints or any problems, we can pull the license anytime. I just want them to know that. I hope that doesn't happen, and we are willing to work with them and welcome them to our city. So if you can explain that to them, I would appreciate it.
Ela tá te dando um welcome pra cidade e ela está falando que ela tem muito prazer de poder trabalhar com vocês dois, porém, se ela tiver qualquer tipo de problema, ela pode em qualquer momento revocar sua licença. Vocês entendem isso? They
Okay?
both understand.
All right. Thank you.
Will they be
And again,
excused?
welcome to the city of Everett.
Excuse the
We
customary
can
thanks.
excuse with the customary thanks. And also explain to them, I'm sorry, before they get excused, this has to be voted on at 7 o'clock by the entire city government, just so you know, okay? But you can be excused, you can explain that to them, and they can either, they can stay till 7 o'clock, or they can leave. I think they'd be okay.
Ok. Então ela falou que a cidade inteira tem que voltar até 7 horas para sua licença estiver em efeito, mas que a gente pode ir embora.
I move we refer this to our next meeting, with favorable action.
So refer this to our next meeting with referable recommendation. I do have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Second.
Make a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Have adjourned.
Educated, thank you.